Welcome to For Love and Play. I'm matchmaker comic Yael Meisel. With me is comedians Keenan Weaver and Louie B. For Love and Play, the show about dating like a goddamn adult. We're going to discuss who to spend your time with for love or for play. Let's do it, boys.
This show contains adult content for entertainment purposes. Listener discretion is advised.
Not a doctor.
Hey, thanks for listening in to For Love and Play. I'm Keenan Weaver, back with my favorite people. Yael, what's going on, girl?
What's going on? Hello, how are you?
I'm all right. How you doing, boo?
I am good.
I have no idea why I just said boo. That was very weird. The
very
Duke,
funny.
Louie.
How come I don't get called boo? I like to be spoken to like with baby talk, Keenan.
That was absolutely the very first time I have said boo in at least 5 years.
Well, now
Wow.
I'm jealous of I'm jealous of Yael.
Yeah,
Oh my
I don't
God,
know
that
where
is
that came from.
right. You should be. There's so much to be envious of.
Yeah.
And I love how you segued that because you gave the people a little teaser. Today we are going to be talking about, is jealousy good in relationships? So we don't want to be jealous between us. We're all equals in this podcast. But in relationships, sometimes people can take jealousy a little bit too far. But before we get into that, Louie, tell the people how they can join us on social media and have a conversation with us while they're listening.
Yeah, if you guys want to follow us on Facebook, it is facebook.com/forloveandplay. And also follow us on Twitter at forloveandplay. And if you have relationship questions, feel free and email us at forloveandplay@gmail.com. And Yael, Keenan, or myself will field your questions. And I think I would be better suited for this and help you out with your problems.
Better suited than who?
Right. Who are the other options? Because you're not better suited than me. That's for sure.
Definitely not. And
No.
I got a lot of insights.
Keenan, my God, which one would you? Seriously.
Definitely not.
I would look, no, I have a lot of wisdom. I'm smart. I've been through a lot. I know what to do. I know that.
He will be a shoulder to cry on. I will be the swift kick in your ass to move forward and persevere.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we differ. He has the empathy that I lack. I'm a stone cold witch.
And
it's
you have
not
the
a
tact.
joke.
You have the tact that I lack, or the actual care.
No, I actually care. I
That's
do.
what I said. I don't. I really
No,
don't.
see, I actually really do, because I will help you pick apart
Well,
how you're fucking up your life.
How's about we
I'll be
talk
like,
about
yeah,
this
you
jealousy?
just really can't do this.
See, I love that. I love this amongst the trio here. We do have a little jealousy energy that we need to work out. But let's help the people in relationship work out their jealousy issue. So the topic today is, can jealousy be good for a relationship? Yael, can it be?
Okay, can it be? See, okay, I think jealousy is a much heavier, deeper meaning than how it is commonly used.
Mm-hmm.
If a dude looks at your lady or your partner, whatever, okay, having that knee-jerk spark of jealousy is human nature. What you do with that spark, with that infliction, that immediate feeling, that is where we get into how sane or not sane you as a person become. It's what you do with that spark, and so on and so forth. I think that it really all depends. Like, that spark is not such a bad thing. See, other people are checking out my prize or whatever. But when it gets into like a fit of rage and shit, that's when you can't really handle that. That's no good. That's the dangerous crap.
Isn't jealousy one of like the 7 deadly sins? Is that
Sure
correct?
is.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. I mean, they say in the Bible, God is a jealous God because he doesn't want you worshiping anyone else but him. I mean, and I found this quote. It's like, I'm not jealous, but when something is mine, it's mine.
When it's yours, it's yours. So why do people not want to share? Like, I like that segue because there was an article that I read on CNN, and basically this lady was in a relationship with her future husband. At the time, they were not married, but he had a female friend who she was a little jealous about, thinking that this female friend was secretly in love with her boyfriend. she fought tooth and nail to get the boyfriend to introduce her to this quote-unquote platonic friend, and it was to no avail. Until a few months later, where they started to have a party, they were planning a party, and he then invites said friend-zoned girl. She doesn't show up, which, of course, to this woman means it was justification that the girl secretly loved her boyfriend. I don't think that that was actual justification, but a quote from a doctor in this article is, jealousy can be good because when you're reminded that your mate is attractive and that you are lucky, it can stimulate you to be nicer and friendlier. Do we really
True.
You think that's true?
Yeah, absolutely. But again, there's different levels and variations. That's I think a very human normal level of jealousy.
Okay, so just saying that my boyfriend has a friend and I think she secretly likes him.
Here's where women need to stop giving men so much goddamn credit. Okay, seriously. Most men are not safe. Let's just use a new age term for a second. Sapiosexual. Okay. Most men are not sapiosexual. They're not. Most aren't. They can screw anything.
What does sapio mean?
Sapiosexual means you have almost like a blockage of sexual energy when there's not a physical or a intellectual, spiritual zing. You need that connection before you're able to take that relationship to bed. Most men are not. Most straight men are not. While they value a woman with opinion, whatever, they could still bang you if you don't have one. Men like to be respected also. Usually these women that they have friendships with that give them that deep intellectual stimulation, they're getting that from that relationship. They're sometimes psychologically not really asking that of you, but their relationship, while it lacks in that intellectual depth, it is heavier in other things in that relationship with you, hence is why he's with you and not her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of reasons why a man stays with the one particular woman and not the others. How many of us have met
brilliant businessmen? How many of us have met brilliant people in business who are married to someone that doesn't even have half their intelligence, and they're happy? I've seen these couples.
Yeah, because
and they're happy. Not they're.
At the end of the day, women tend to like men who are more intelligent than them. They're attracted to that. And men who are intelligent like to be comfortable around the women. Like, that's your number one job, is to bring comfort into our lives. And that's what they go for. But this begs the question, who tend to be more jealous in relationships? Women. Is it the men or the women?
Women.
You think so? You agree with that, Lou?
It really depends. I mean, it depends who values the relationship the most. Like who like, I mean, because they're really two types of jealousies. I mean, you're probably you're talking about the negative, but I mean, I believe that there's also a positive jealousy. I mean, if you really don't care, about, someone trying to steal your chick or your dude, then I really think you don't really care about the relationship itself.
Oh, I like that. We're going to table that because I'm going to put in my opinion.
Yes,
I honestly think men are more jealous. I see more jealous reactions from men. I see that they don't know how to handle it more often. And in my own experience, the jealous guy has always confronted me versus the few jealous women that I may have dated. I've gotten more interactions with some jealous boyfriend of a female platonic friend of mine than I have in my own relationships.
Well, let me jump in and answer that a little bit. I mean, because we all know when a chick has a bunch of male friends, more often than not, they're not really in it just to be her friend. They're just waiting their turn.
I think most dudes that can be a come up game.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're and that's what a lot of guys are worried about. Is like, you're surrounded by eggplants. It's like,
I don't think this. Yeah. In my experience, I'm talking my personal
course not.
Dealings, right? That these women that I have been friends with have a bunch of male friends. I just happen to be a male friend. And I've had guys literally come up to me. Like, yeah, one dude, I'll tell you the story. One dude drove all the way from Queens. Again, remember, I'm in Westchester. He drove all the way from Queens because his girl was texting me.
Yeah.
What?
And here's
Why?
because he is jealous. It was all from his jealousy. First
Did
of
you
all,
text her back? What was going on?
I mean, yeah, you already know I
show
try
up
not
at
to
your house?
text back as much as I can. Like, I try not to reply to anything.
Show up at your house?
Snapshire.
Right.
But yes, I have had conversations with this woman. Sure. I'll reply to certain things. Sure. But I'm definitely not necessarily a threat to this guy. Not saying that he wasn't picking up on something. I'm not saying that the girl might not have been attracted to me. What I am saying is I wasn't attracted to her, or I wasn't going to do anything about that because she had a boyfriend. So he didn't have to worry about me particularly, but he drove all the way from Queens. First of all, people outside of New York, that's a $16 toll.
Oh, Lord, I
there's
would
no
never.
jealousy.
Not even to come to kill you. I would not.
I can't do that. Like, I can't. I used to date a girl in Queens, and I honestly loved her. But they upped the toll, and then we had to break up because it was just wasn't.
For revenge, I would call Harriet Tubman to guide me to your ass.
So you would, for revenge, out of this specific situation where your girlfriend, Louie, is just texting me. It has been completely platonic. You're mad at me?
Oh no, not for that. I mean, you guys know me. I'm much more pettier.
Right. Petty wop over here.
Yep. But I can see through both eyes.
Now I like that because before you had alluded to a certain amount of jealousy shows that you care in a relationship, and that's something that I have done to a fault. Is I really am not jealous when I'm in relationships. And it could be because I don't care. That is a valid statement. Yeah. But I also think that jealousy is just an unnecessary thing. It's like, I don't agree with this doctor saying that, can stimulate you to be nicer and friendlier. You should already be nice and friendly. Like, that should be the basis. You shouldn't have to have the hopes of or the lure of someone being attracted to someone else to make you act nicer.
Yeah, but you know what? Like a certain amount of jealousy, a healthy jealousy. Like I even, in the Bible it says God is a jealous God. He doesn't want you worshiping anybody else. I mean, if it's a chick or a dude that you're in a committed relationship with, in fact, I'll take it a step further. Someone you might be married to. Do you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a far deeper situation.
Yeah, I mean, look, if I'm with a chick that I put in some time and we're vibing together and everything's going, the last thing I want is some other dude talking about, oh, you're so gorgeous. Why are you with him? Because that's the conversation that happens. That why are you with him?
But
I'll treat you better.
That your significant other on both sides. So in my case, don't you think that your woman would be the one to answer those questions? That's like a great. I would love that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's there's of course you gotta there has to be trust. If you're so worried that she's gonna leave you don't trust her, then you really shouldn't be with her or be with him. But the thing is, let's say the dude knows that, like I said, dude knows he's with you. That's a certain amount of disrespect, and it's your duty to protect what is yours. I would, if I was with somebody and some chick was hollering at me, I would expect the chick I'm dating to step and be excuse me, back off.
Why?
Yeah, that is your job. If a girl is hollering at you,
oh no, of course I'm gonna.
Job
no, of course I'm gonna say something, but yo, I'm with her. But I kind of would like my chick that I'm with, and I'm probably alone in this, to basically stake her claim when it's with me.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you get into 2 fights in 1 date over, like, that's how that escalates. Because I would say this, so...
Like, I'm not gonna entertain it. I mean, out of respect, like, if I was in a relationship, out of respect, but, it's like, I kind of want my, my chick, my imaginary chick, yeah.
I mean, I had a situation with someone that I dated a couple summers ago. We had dated before I got married, actually, to my ex-husband, and then again after I had after I was divorced with children. So like we had dated twice, so I know him a little bit. And he's French, and he's hot, and he's sexy with this he's a sharp attitude. We were actually a very compatible match. It just the universe said no. It just wasn't meant to be that way, I suppose. But one of the things that he liked about me as a partner is like someone said something shitty to him, and like as a knee-jerk reaction, and he's a cocky Frenchman. I want to make this so clear. I was like, what the fuck did you just say to him? And like he actually thought, like in the car on the way home, I apologized because I really had no place opening my mouth. I really didn't. But in the car on the way home, he was like, I actually he's like, this is why I love you. He's like, this is it. He's like, you're going to be dead. He's like, fuck you. No, I see you. Jumped. He was right. I jumped right in to defend his honor. There was you know what I mean? Like I immediately took his side in a confrontational situation, which made him feel like this is a partnership. You know what I mean? Like I can rely on her. Yeah. She's on my side. You know what I mean? She is on my team.
I do get that gesture of jealousy in certain situations, certain times it can be warranted. And I understand, I've had one girl where I think she's definitely dated a lot of guys who were completely over the top jealous. And then when it came to my relationship, I was like the polar opposite. And she didn't really know how to deal with that. But this was one of the more striking women that I've been with. And I used to always have to deal with, guys really coming up to her. One big thing was because I have a baby face. This woman, one dude literally, we were at the movies, and one dude literally came up to me and was like, started hollering at my girl. I was like, yo, you here with your little brother? Just straight, like you said, Louis, utmost disrespect. Now,
hating on you for being purty. What an asshole.
Hating on me for really being, not even expecting that I can pull such and such, right? So that interaction in the movie theater kind of escalated because I actually did step up. But I stepped up to the disrespect, not the jealousy. Because like I said, time and time, guys come up to her, but my lady would shut it down, as is her responsibility. She would say, this is my man right here, or... I mean, I've never been able to witness it, but I assume as well when it happens when I'm not there, I'm with Keenan, he's the greatest, blah, 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 blah. I don't know what she said, I'm sure. Right?
This is Keenan, first name, greatest last name ever. Exactly.
And it will always remain the best she ever had. The next thing, though, we're at this movie theater and it escalated. Now, I stepped to him, let him know, no, this is my lady. We're not brother and sister, blah, 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 blah. I'm sure that you see 2 beautiful people together. You thought we were related. I use my wit. I wasn't a comic at the time, but we have deadly tongues. So that is what escalated this, was more so my wit, and he felt belittled. And I kind of embarrassed him words-wise. And that's what kind of started the fight, and we got thrown out of the movie theater. But that's just to say, jealousy sometimes, when it's disrespectful, that's when the man steps in. When it's not disrespectful, that's where the woman's job is to shut it down. Up until the point of danger or disrespect, I kind of let that go.
Right.
Alrighty then.
I mean, Louie, you got a list of some things.
Yes.
Of jealousy, right?
Yes, I do. This is a list. This is from mindbodygreen.com, and the article is called 10 times when jealousy is actually healthy in a relationship.
Let's see if my movie theater popcorn line is in that list.
Okay. Number 1, someone is giving flirtatious vibes to your partner.
Okay, so we kind of just touched on that. Flirtatious vibes, and you feel jealous towards that.
Yeah, I mean...
What's next?
Okay. Your partner is giving flirtatious vibes to someone else.
Now that's a big one. I love it, I love it, I love it. So, here's where I say my jealousy is definitely...
Ooh.
My level of jealousy is definitely at fault. Because if that was the case, she can go for it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's her action that's giving flirtatious vibe, then she's welcoming that. And I'm not going to stop her from welcoming that.
You'll just bounce?
That's it.
You wouldn't check her?
Not for that. The act of the check is me leaving. That's how you check her for that situation.
I see. All right.
Right? You also, sometimes your reactions can't always be over the top because lessons are learned in different ways. So you really got to make sure in certain situations, boom, all right, I'm not going to tolerate this. I'll say something. In other situations, I'm not going to tolerate this. I'm out. What do you have to say to that line, yo?
I mean, I mean, listen, like, that is allowed to be your bottom line. That is definitely, yeah, you're allowed to be that way.
Yeah, I mean, if someone's going to flirt with someone else...
Well, hold on a second now. Hold on a second. I actually have, getting into flirting, there is, I swear to God, I just thought of it as you were talking. Something you said triggered this. My ex-husband used to accuse me. You have to remember something about, like, my marriage. We got married, and I got pregnant. Like, I was pregnant, you know, newlywed. Bad idea. That's a huge mistake in the first year of marriage. I'm sorry. But so hormones all over the place, gaining weight, your body is changing. Women, your whole body is changing. There is this friend of his whom I was friends with, indicative of like my marriage to him. Like, I had known this guy from around in general, like that they were very close. He always used to pick the most outrageous fights with me. Dead jealous of this dude, of this friend of his. So jealous it was fucking retarded. And I was like, you have to understand something about this guy. He's a very monotone personality. Never gonna, you know, hey baby, what's up? You know what I mean? The type of guy that would like hit on your girlfriend in front of you. Not him. No, never in a million years. And he kept saying, I know he's jealous of you. I know he wants to be with, like, I know he's jealous of me. Like, I know he wants to be with you. And I was like, that's like, I'm pregnant. We're having 2 children together. Like, and you're jealous of this, seriously? He was like, there's something about you he wants. I can feel it. I was like, you're out of your fucking mind. Sure enough, I gave birth. Nobody was I'm telling you, nobody was a bigger support when I gave birth than this friend of my ex-husband's. Nobody. Even after when I got divorced, I moved to Detroit. Even after I moved back to New York for a little while, he would babysit for me. He would help me with I'm saying in a genuine fatherly, you know, like sweet connection with my children, beautiful connection, almost as if you would wish that these were his, almost. It was one of those like, you guys are so cute, like the 3 of you together. God, I wish. Married the wrong one, I guess. And just finally on my 30th birthday, he popped up and we ended up making out like 12-year-olds. It was so cute. And I said, this is it. He goes, oh, yeah, I guess he just kind of felt it in the room. But I'm saying, even when he was physically helping me with children, I didn't ever think that for a second this person for a minute saw me in that way until the second I realized he did.
Yeah, quick question.
Sure.
What were you doing at 12?
I'm saying, like, not really at 12. You know what I'm saying? The concept of the middle school kids making out under the bleachers. Let's just move on.
Okay. Number 3, your partner is bragging when you're in a rough place.
Bragging when you're in a rough place? I don't even know what that means. What's next?
What does that even mean?
Next.
Alrighty, number 4. Your partner succeeded in something you are both pursuing.
Oh, okay.
Like,
so that one is more like maybe y'all both
comedians
in the same field or industry, and one gets promoted, and you're jealous of the other. I saw that in a movie recently. Dang it, what movie was that?
Jurassic Park?
It wasn't a movie. It was Criminal Minds. It was Criminal Minds.
Oh, yeah, I saw that episode.
Huh?
I saw that episode.
You saw that, right?
Yeah.
So it was the episode where, they were kind of going through a little divorce because the girlfriend or wife cheated on him.
Yeah.
But they also worked together. And, of course, Criminal Minds, somebody was getting killed.
Yeah.
And they suspected this guy because his wife got promoted to become the boss. She's now his boss. And she cheated on him recently. That's gotta hurt.
That'll do it.
Yep.
So you saw that episode? What'd you get out of that?
I didn't see that episode.
Louis.
Yeah, like, the poor guy, I mean, imagine, some dude, and the dude kept coming around, too. He went up to the dude's house and killed him.
Yeah.
And then he started getting blackmailed.
That Criminal Minds is like my favorite show. It's just one of the greatest things on TV. What's the next one?
Okay. Number 5, someone mentioned something about your partner that you were unaware of.
Now I know Yael got something to say about that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess it just puts you in the spot, doesn't it? It lets, I don't know. See, I don't overly share. So it could be that I have a friend who would know things that are deeper than what you do. That's entirely possible with me. I don't share.
You seem like an open book to me.
I know. I'm one of those people you know everything and nothing about at the same time.
I can see that way, though.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the same way. I'm like, if you ask the right question, you'll get the truthful answer. But if you don't ask the right question, you'll know nothing. Like that. I don't volunteer information.
I don't share, right? I mean,
you guys should be like me.
There's no reason. There's no reason. It could be like, if that makes you jealous, well, instead of being jealous, think about what is it about that person where you would have safety sharing certain information with them and not me? That's a symptom of a bigger problem. It's not a reason to be jealous of the connection. It's a reason to look at your connection.
That could be. It also could be time. You've shared things with different people because not only just the connection, but you spent more time with them. But I think this could be also more of those like, it's like you told somebody something secretively that you're keeping from your partner.
Could be.
Right? Like, I think that's the angle that they're taking. If you know something,
I'm a big believer of keeping, like, I don't think abortions should be like discussed or like the morning after pill and things. That's something your girlfriends can know. In my opinion, it doesn't need to be something your boyfriends should know.
The boyfriend whose seed you just used the pill on?
I mean, listen, if you make the decision to do it quietly and do it privately.
Yo, Yael's a silent agent 47. That is great. All right, next.
Your partner treats another activity like a second relationship.
Comedy, fantasy gaming.
Yeah.
Fantasy dating, we talked about that, about the video games before.
Yeah.
Comedy is right. Basically, I've come to learn that women think you're cheating if you give attention to anything else other than her. If she's not getting the most attention out of the list of things that you have, there's a problem.
Yeah, they'll even get, like, I mean, doesn't Chris Rock have a bit where, if you don't got a job, you're always on top of me. Why you always here? I hate this shit. And when you have a job, wow, why you never here? I don't see you. Why you ain't paying attention to me? I hate this shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what is it? Yael, you got to speak for all women right now.
Yes,
that's fair.
That is.
What is that? What makes y'all hate that we have fun somewhere else, hate that we're getting money somewhere else, hate that attention is going somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. See, I don't know. I'm not so much like that. I don't know. My only concern is I want you to be productive in what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You're building something and, doing something that's...
Yeah.
So for Yael, you can give attention anywhere as long as the attention is creating a check that you give back to Yael. Keep pimping, girlfriend.
Gaming?
What's the next one?
Get on the corner.
Get
on the corner, bitch. Make me some money.
Okay.
Oh, honey.
Continue on to the next question.
I want to play my Xbox.
Please.
I want to play my
What's the
Xbox. No, you gotta go get some money. Get on that corner. Sell that ass.
Next question now.
Go on, Louis, before you get yourself pimp slapped on this podcast.
Your partner makes comments about other people's attractiveness to you.
Oh, have no idea, right? That doesn't happen all the time with Louis. What?
What? What do you mean?
You make comments all the time about how someone is more attractive than you.
Wait, what?
Oh, never mind.
Wait a minute. No, I don't think
I
that's...
misunderstood the question.
Yeah. Your
Please
partner...
I think they're saying that one partner in the relationship is pointing at other people and saying how attractive they are.
Yes.
That's hurtful and mean. That's not jealousy. That's a person trying to get your attention in a negative way, whether it's coming from feelings of hurt or feelings of, it doesn't matter which way. They're bad. Someone who does that is bad. You run away from them. It doesn't matter where the feelings are coming from.
I'm your muscles. I got a whole stable of bitches. Get on the corner.
I suggest you go on the next one. You only got 2. You should survive this list or try your best to try to survive this list.
This is the last one.
All right.
Number 10. You feel like your partner doesn't appreciate you.
Well, I think that is the biggest one because that's the point of a relationship, and you should definitely be appreciative, not necessarily feel lucky, because I didn't like that in the quote. I didn't like the lucky word. Luck seems like there's no deserve, like you don't deserve it. But if you're unappreciative, that's probably a problem as well. Think so, Yael?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. So that's our 10. I think that's a perfect way to wrap this up, guys. I feel outside of those 10, there's some tips. One of my favorite songs, Mace, Let Us Out. He taught us very, very much back in the 90s how to be a pimp. So this is for all the dudes out there that's a jealous guy.
Yeah, in the town. They're jealous guys. Yeah, in the town. That's right. You see, if we had more pimps, there wouldn't be no jealous guys. See me, I live by the 4 pimp rules. Number 1, you control the situation. You get in their head before you get in their bed. And number 2, girls run like buses. You may miss one, catch another one every hour on the hour. Promptly. And number 3, what that girl ain't willing to do, you got 100 more girls more than willing. That's right. And number 4, it's a new rule to the new Pimp Testament. You can't be a player and be the player. Can't hate the book, don't make no sense. No, I don't want to see no more jealous guys at the end of this song, y'all. No more. I really don't want to see no more jealous guys after this song, y'all. So can y'all sing along with me?
So that's for you guys. Jealous guys, we need less of them. All right, Yael, anything to promote?
No, not really, other than I want everyone to read the deeper side of For Love and Play. We are actually exploring some pretty deep stuff on the blog with hurt and feelings and all sorts of shit. This actually started becoming relevant. People were asking me, well, get into the deeper stuff because we don't really touch a lot of depth on the show. We do in the blog. So check out Hurt, Part 1. Like everything on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, Yael Meisels, and download, share, and tell everyone about our show.
Louis, what up?
Yeah, I got a show coming up December 12th at Broadway Comedy Club. It's a showcase. It's Saturday, December 12th at 6 p.m. If it is a $15 cover, 2-drink minimum. If you call 212-252-4261, tell them you're coming to see your boy Louis B, and you get that $5 discount. And follow my personal podcast, the Crotch Shot Radio Show. You can listen to it on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, iTunes, and podcast.com. Or if you want to listen live, follow me on Spreaker.com. Just search for Louis B and or the Crotch Shots Radio Show. Take it away, Keenan.
All right. I'm doing 4 shows at the Yonkers Comedy Festival. So all my updates are on my website, www.keenanweaver.com. That's KENANWEAVER. Every Sunday, we're back at New York Comedy Club, Sunday Night Live at 8 o'clock. So I'm there every week. And also every week, look on my website, Thursdays for hashtag Trending Thursdays, where I make fun of Twitter. Everybody, thanks for listening. Keep loving, keep pimping.